Hey guys, welcome back. Another CGC controversy already before the last one was even cleaned up. We got a lot to go through today. I am sick to my stomach going through the information at hand here. This is concerning. Once again, it's concerning once again. It seems like it's the rinse and repeat enabling of scams by CGC. That's my opinion. Form your own opinion with the information available. But we have today another incident of arts and crafts that are being authenticated by CGC. And oftentimes when this happens, they seem to be pretty deceitful when it comes to, or at least hiding a lot of the very important information on the label itself. As you can see here, this is labeled as a Danish national trophy cards. This is not a trophy card. This is arts and crafts that were put together, allegedly, supposedly by people that were playing in the tournament so that they could exchange them with each other. Are these the real deal? Is it going to be another incident very similar to the one that we saw most recently with CGC, where people were printing off their own shit in recent years? It wouldn't surprise me. Why, when were these graded? Why were these not recalled? Why is Golden selling them? What the fuck? What in the absolute fuck? This is gross. What the fuck is going on in Pokemon? And why is CGC and the auction companies, why would they even touch this? I don't get it. Why people need to be outraged about this shit. It's unreal. So we have the Golden listing here, one of the listings here. You see that there are no bids on it. I would highly suggest people steer clear of these items, at least for the time being. How nothing has been done, where they came from is all very, very concerning. Please share this video. Please do not let these companies, whether it's an auction company, grading company, do not let them off the hook. Do not give them, oh yeah, well, they're doing the right thing most of the time. All the grading companies do bad things. No, that is not a good reason. That is not justification. Holy shit. Unreal. So we'll go to the description down here. It says encapsulated and assessed authentic by CGC. Present and the grading, or the auction companies rather, they love to pass off the authenticity blame to the grading companies. They just want to make a commission on this shit. How in the world? How is Golden touching this shit? It blows my mind. Presented is an almost never encountered 2007 Pokemon Danish National Trophy card. It's not, but they're going to call it that, representing Master Trainer Anita Hansen. At the 2007 Pokemon Danish National Tournament, a grouping of Pokemon trading card game trainers printed their own Pokemon cards at a local copy shop by taping their images over existing card layouts to create the design. Please, CGC, please elaborate on how is this not, any of that information not provided on the label? Why is there no CGC article about it? And why is Golden telling us the story of where they came from? And is this AI generated? No, you need to be able to make an informed decision on when you're purchasing this stuff. And again, we saw who's saying that these things are real? And how do we know they're real? Is this going to be another incident where PFM's going to show us the fucking dots? And he's going to show, hey, oh, by the way, these were printed in 2024. I don't know if they were. CGC clearly wasn't checking on the other stuff. They then exchanged these cards with their opponents at the 2007 Pokemon World Championships as a type of greeting card between players. Not only from the subject of this card, he was also its creator. Text on the card states that it was made from one of the most prominent Pokemon TCG players of that era. An incredibly scarce artifact of Pokemon's global reach. The card, which is branded with a not-for-play use. I don't think that's important. That's not important information. Arts and crafts is pretty fucking important in this case. Why doesn't it say arts and crafts? Is it because it would sell for less money? And it's the same thing. We're going to go through several examples today for anyone that missed it on how CGC, the labeling is so deceptive. And it seems like it's intentional because it's not just happening every now and then. It's happening over and over again. Displays a mildly circulated manner of appearance. So it doesn't matter if you have the word of one of Pokemon's creators, one of the creators of the card game, one of the creators of the video game, one of the players that played their own crap. How many were made? Are we going to see more of this shit flooding the market? Is it the same scam all over again? Seems like it. So we have Banks here on E4 who made this post, and he's going to go through the information. We're going to dive into this pretty hard. My apologies for the TikTok brains. This is going to be a little bit of a long one, at least in terms of showing all the information that's necessary for you guys to make a more informed decision than just purchasing this stuff and hoping that CGC did the right thing and disclosed what you need to know on the label, hoping that they did the authenticity, the proper due diligence, unlike the what could be up to $30 million scam that was run through them recently. And it's my opinion that they should have known. 2007 Danish Nationals fan-made cards. In August of last year, I came across some strange fan-made cards at my local card shop. I posted an initial discovery and exploration topic here. In some follow-up research, I messaged the creator of these cards, Stefan From. He kindly explained the history of these cards to me. These cards were made by TCG players at a local copy shop by printing and gluing face cards designs on top of real cards. These introduction cards were made to be exchanged between competitors as a kind of greeting card. Authentication process. My contact who knows these cards sent them into CGC for grading. However, CGC needed some kind of provenance before they could slab them as authentic fan-made cards. They didn't slab them as authentic fan-made cards. It doesn't say that on the label. It says they're trophy cards. Even if it was a card that they were exchanging amongst each other, calling them a trophy card is kind of a stretch. But when people made them themselves, and people can still make them, similar to the playtest shit, when it's just printed out shit that's glued to a... do you guys not see the pattern here? From there, I introduced Stefan to a CGC rep, and Stefan shared the story of these cards with CGC via email. The cards are now authenticated and set to auction at Golden in the coming weeks. Holy fuck, man. Just never a dull day. Never a dull day. CGC is just like speed running all the bad shit. I don't think a grading company could do it any quicker. From who they partner to what they're authenticating, mistakes are going to happen. We've criticized them plenty for mistakes, but I don't think a lot of this is mistakes. It's again, they have all the information. I talked to Matt Quinn on the phone, and he didn't want to talk about the people he was working with. Blank. What the fuck? He knew. He knew it was a bad idea. And when you have people that are bad people that you're working with, that are banned by your competition, what do you expect? Like, they're just putting the blinders on, and then when you continuously label this shit deceptively, I'm thinking it's something else. Again, my opinion. Images coming soon. We'll update with images once the HD CGC scans become available. Please, guys, please, if you haven't seen the stuff on the test prints, PFM's discovery of the print dots, showing that the cards were printed in 2024, I have a video series on that. It's a lot to get through, but it's important information that is available to anyone that wants to learn about this stuff. Be very careful. And now, if that wasn't enough, if it doesn't seem too similar, we have video of blank showing these off. Here they are. And when you have people that were tied very closely to the scam that happened already, how are these on the market? How and why are these being sold by Golden? How and why have CGC not deactivated these, at least temporarily, so that they can verify that they're real? And how do you even verify that they're real at this point? To some extent, if they're done with the right printer, one that's too hard to access the dots, or if any of that information is faked from here forward, from that point forward, when the scam was exposed by PFM. How? Because now it can be hidden. So it just goes into an area, and I've said it from the get-go, there's certain stuff that you should not be authenticating. And of course, it's being sold on an auction platform because the sketchiest of sketch shit always is. No one's going to lay claim to who's selling that shit. They're going to sell it through an auction platform so that you can't trace back to who it is. Or it makes it more difficult, at least. So the auction companies hold them accountable. If they're selling fucking crooked shit, whether it's fake autographs and anything else that they're advised about, spell it out for them. Hold them accountable. Tell them that you don't want it on there. I can't do it by myself. You guys have to make noise. Be respectful while you do make noise, but let them know that this is not the kind of shit that you want. That you don't want to shop on their platform if they're going to allow this shit to happen. If they're going to be a gateway for the sketchiest of sketch shit and deceive just a disgusting amount of people. And no, it's not just the rich people. Everyone's like, oh yeah, who cares? The rich people. It's not just the rich people. There are people that traded their entire collection to pick up some of this playtest stuff. And the playtest stuff, while we're on it, everyone's like, oh, CGC's refunding everyone. They refunded everyone. No, they didn't. They only refunded a few people. From what I can tell, there's somebody that's out $1 million. There's people that are out $500,000. There's people that traded their whole fucking collection to get this shit. There's people that bought. And we're going to get into it a little bit with some screenshots or some posts that are made by CGC. They didn't even take them down. Bragging about how much these cards are worth. Yeah, it's going to lead people to purchase them if they're from the same sources that CGC authenticated. And CGC's like, oh, look how much money they're worth. You can send them into us. Send them into Maddie Quinn. So, yeah, I think CGC should be on the hook for more than just the cards that are slabbed. Just the cards that they authenticated. Because without them, this whole thing wouldn't have been trusted. Now we have all the ones for sale here. Please do not touch these if you have any sense whatsoever. I hope Golden does the right thing and they pull these from the auction altogether. I'm going to have to reach out to them, find out what's up, find out why they're doing this. It's crazy that they would do it. It's crazy that they would touch these. Crazy that anyone would fucking touch these. I don't think there's any bids on them yet. But you'd have to be absolutely insane. Oh, we got one bid on this one. You'd be crazy to buy these for any amount of money based on what's going on. All right, let's go through the individual photos. We can give them a look. We can look at the backside too here. Nothing on the backside of that one. Again, it just says not for play on the front. There's plenty of room. They write shit on the back all the time. They could say where they got it. They could say what it was. They could say that it's not actually a trophy card, that it's a fucking home job, homemade copy printer, paste together art project. Like many of the other things that CGC has been grading. Again, just like no reason for it. It's also a little bit weird to be like collecting pictures of kids, but maybe you should be on a list for that reason alone if you have some desire to collect all of these. It's a little weird. Usually not. Fuck. All right, here we go. Again, we're gonna go to the copy center. We're gonna print off. We're gonna glue this shit. Again, would it surprise me? Should it surprise anyone at any point if these things were created recently? It seems to be the theme recently with all the CGC stuff. All right, what do we got next? We're going to talk about some other examples where CGC has done something similar. You notice these disco hollows, and the disco hollows, they are real. They were sheets. These are non-factory cut. It should be disclosed on the label as non-factory cut, but it's not. They've been also pumping out just like a disgusting amount of square cut stuff, which you'd have to imagine is also non-factory cut. No designation on there whatsoever. If you want to, I have no problem. If they want to put non-factory cut on here, I have way less of an issue than previously. It's kind of a shame that these sheets are getting cut up in that way. I mean, some of them were from the get-go. From what I can tell, employees brought them home, chopped them up for the kids. For the kids. All right, now Banks with another post here, just another example of what is a test print without text, this kind of thing. These came from sheets. There were several of these sheets that were leaked out. I'm sure someone would get in a lot of trouble. This one was sold on Probstein. But again, real card, real sheet of cards. But again, where's the designation? Like no one, was it a test print? Who said it was a test print? Or was it just stuff that was discarded? And we're going to call all of that test prints. Where's the designation on here that it's non-factory cut? That would be appreciated, CGC. That would be upfront and honest. It probably It might not fetch as much money at auction when somebody grades it and immediately flips it. That's the thing too. With the test prints, with this new stuff coming out here, the trophy cards, you notice the trend? They get graded, they get vaguely labeled, they get tossed onto the auction platform right away, which is kind of a shame in itself. But the worst part is the fact that people do not have the information necessary. CGC apparently also did not have the information necessary to authenticate those things. So how many people got burned? How many people are going to continue to get burned? It's disappointing. And there's people that love Pokemon. At least a couple that I've seen have honestly, not even to be dramatic, said that like this kind of shit leaves a gross taste in their mouth, and they having a hard time. I'm stuttering here. Having a hard time to even associate or want to continue collecting Pokemon. Now, here we go. Another example where CGC deceptively labels something. Intentional? Not intentional. My opinion is that it's intentional. Here is a card where traditionally an artist proof from Magic the Gathering is going to have a white back on it. This one didn't. This was a sheet. This is non-factory cut, which should be designated, but it's also not an artist proof. They painted the back of this shit, so it looks like an artist proof. Why can't that be disclosed? Painted back, mock artist proof, whatever you want to call it. Instead, they call it special artist proof. What the fuck does special mean? Please, if anyone can explain to me, does special mean that you tried to make it look like an artist proof? That seems weird. Seems misleading. Now, if you haven't seen it, we have this interview I did with Gezi TCG, who is an expert in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we had CGC grading these test print Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. In his opinion, they are counterfeit. There doesn't seem to be enough information that proves that these are real. They were sold, are being sold by fraudsters on Japanese marketplaces, and then CGC is going to authenticate them, as CGC does, and then people are going to keep buying them. People are going to buy them graded. People are going to buy them ungraded. People are going to get ripped off. Same fucking scam. Just a gateway. CGC is they're just a big gaping gateway for these scams to happen. Linktree, you guys know the drill. PSA Pikachu, Securus Card Shop, Card Market, Buy Collector app. If you want to support the channel, use the discount codes. Click the stuff before you shop, and it'll support the channel. Do not send me money. I'd much rather you guys buy yourself something and support with an extra click. Pretty simple, right? Support with the views. Support with the Linktree. Thank you. All right. We got we're going to go through quickly here. Just a disgusting amount of posts that are still up. A lot of alt, a lot of CGC. You would think that they'd want to remove these so that someone doesn't come across this, but they don't seem to have a big bold statement about, hey, we got scammed, guys. And in the process, we scammed all of you. We passed the scam on to many other people. Where's that statement? Now, a few people were refunded. Where are the rest of the refunds? I'd love to have a chat with CGC's insurance company so we can just find out, like, are you allowed to just partner with known fraudsters in Pokemon and other areas? And if you get fooled and you accidentally authenticate and cost people up to $30 million, where does insurance cover that? Should they cover that? I think it should be on CGC. If I was an insurance company, I'm sure I would have more leeway than a traditional insurance company, but like I'd be asking questions here. Like how did you fuck up this bad? Was there any sign? Were there any warning signs beforehand? Matt Quinn, did Rattle Pokemon reach out to you and ask you about the people you were working with? And ask you maybe why you were working with them? Did he send you a list of questions in an email about his concerns? Oh, you said you were going to? You said you were going to answer those, but you never did. Congratulations. So here we have it. Just like countless posts that are still up there. We got Zach pumping them. We got Alt pumping them. We got Matt Quinn pumping them. And again, when it's all tied back to the same people that are involved with this shit, and they all seem to get a pass to get this shit graded, Whether it's the discos, whether it's those magic cards, whether, I don't know, I'm not sure who was grading the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, or if anyone that's tied to the other incidences are involved. But again, just like you would think that, hey, we know they're fake now, we probably want to take down this just disgusting amount of content. This probably isn't even all of them. And again, the advertising that they do for individuals that they shouldn't be is just next level. And yes, all the grading companies, all the auction platforms have let bad things slip through, have done bad things. There's been bad members and bad people at each individual company that took advantage, because it's so easy to take advantage from that point. And people are so quick to just dismiss any of the criticism, any of the shit that they shouldn't be grading, shouldn't be doing. We still don't have any explanation for how this happened. How did it happen, CGC? How is there, like, not this one, but there's examples where the signature doesn't even go onto the cardstock that the piece of paper was glued to. So they witnessed a signature and then mounted it onto the cardstock. Like, all this, we still have questions. I want to know how you got duped, CGC, because I don't think you did. I don't think you did. I don't think your insurance company should think you did. Maybe they got to ask questions. Maybe you'll answer their questions, but not mine. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Avoid the scams. I know this is some downer shit. Feels bad. But the videos here, whether it's whatnot scams, whether it's scams as big as $30 million, the point of the channel is to show you what to stay away from. Hopefully we can drive a lot of this shit out of the hobby altogether. We'll never get all of it, but hopefully it's helpful in teaching you guys what to avoid, who to trust. There are trustworthy people. There are trustworthy companies for the most part. I don't think CGC is one of them. Take care.